folks, and welcome to our Sunday asana and pranayama class. Possibly my favourite class to teach. Around an hour of asana, of postures. We could think of it as moving meditation, and then around half an hour of pranayama. So static meditation, seated and working with the breath. As always, please work at a level that feels appropriate for your body right now, remembering that each day in the body feels different and that the practice should be nurturing no matter how you're feeling. So take as many easy postures as you need, take as many strong postures as you feel appropriate, but make sure that whatever you do is right for here and now, not the last practice or the next practice. And as always, if you have any questions, please pop them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you, and I'd be happy to help you in any way I can. And if you would like to support me, there's a PayPal link in the description. And other than that, please enjoy the practice. Remember, you should be able to smile throughout the practice. And thank you for sharing it with me and allowing me to share it with you. So starting in a comfortable cross-legged position with the left leg in front. Take a moment just to settle the body. And when you feel ready from your cross-legged position, take a little forward stretch. Maybe starting just halfway forward with the hands just a little in front of the knees, and that might be enough for today. But if you feel comfortable to go a bit further, just let the body fold gently forward so the ribs are moving towards the shins. If you'd like, give the body a gentle sway side to side. And just take a last breath or two here. Try to soften the shoulders and also the back of the hips. After you exhale, gently sit back up, reach high to the hands, and taking your right hand down beside you, take your left arm over your head. Try to lengthen from the left sit bone into the fingertips. Lift up through the side ribs, and if you can, try to breathe into the left ribs. Take one more breath here. And perhaps soften a little further as you exhale. Then bring the body back up, reach high to the hands and breathe in. And then take a twist to the right as you breathe out. So you can either choose to have left hand on left knee or right. I just like to keep the hand on the same knee because it gives a little inner hip stretch. Take one more smooth breath here and gently turn the body a bit further as you breathe out. And gently unravel the spine. And either just lean back and swap the legs, or if you'd like, pick up the body and swap the legs. Once you've settled onto the second side, again just take a little forward stretch. Keep the breath calm and steady through the nose. Have a sense of the sit bones anchored down and back as the head and the hands move forward. Just take one more calm breath here and allow the body to soften a bit further as you exhale. And then gently sit back up. Reach your arms high, take a smooth breath in. Then take your left hand down by your side and your right arm up and over past your head. Again, try to find length all the way from the sit bone right out to the fingertips. If you can, breathe into the right side ribs. And just take a last smooth breath here. And after exhaling, sit back up, lengthen to the fingertips and take a breath in. Then bring your right hand down onto whichever knee you took first side, left hand behind you, and turn your upper body to the left. Each time you breathe in, lift up through the crown of the head. And each time you breathe out, see if you can just turn a little bit further. Last breath here. Exhale and go a little further. And then unraveling your spine, face forward, and then make your way into kneeling plank. Just take a simple kneeling plank to begin with the palms flat. Make sure the shoulders are back and the elbows are unlocked. And just start to bring some movement into your spine. So try not to think about it, but just go with what you feel. Some intuitive movement. Try to find the places that are a bit restricted, a bit locked, and just bring some movement to them. And just take one more breath here. Come back to neutral, and then either stay on the knees or pick the knees up maybe 10 centimeters. Keep the shoulders and the face relaxed. Take one more breath in here. And as you exhale, either press back to child's pose, kneeling, stretching forward, or press back into downward facing dog. If you're in down dog, just start to gently walk out through the knees and see if you can find a little more stretch for the calves and the ankles. At the same time, keep the neck soft. Give your head a little roll side to side. Take one more breath here and settle yourself back into a symmetrical down dog. And after exhaling, raise your heels, look forwards, and walk, step or float the feet to the hands. Just let the body gently hang forward for a breath or two. No force at all. You can have hands on shins if you need. Now press your hips forward. Stand all the way up. Reach to your fingers and lift up onto the toes. Then lower the heels, lower the hands, and bring your feet together at the front of your mat. With the hands on the thighs, breathe out all the way. Then sweeping your arms wide, reach up and breathe in. And folding forward, bring your hands next to the feet and breathe out. Lift the collarbones forwards and gently inhale. Then take the hands to the mat and make your way back into downward facing dog. Stay there if you'd like, or move forward into plank and breathe in. And lower all the way to the stomach. Try to lower with control. Lift the chest and hands, or lift into half cobra and breathe in. And holding there, gently breathe out. Take one more breath into the chest. And if you're comfortable, hold the breath and press back and exhale in down dog. Take a smooth breath in down dog. Try to lift up through the hips and press down through the heels. Then raise the heels, look forwards, and bring the feet lightly to the hands. Walk, step or float. Press your hips forward, sweep the arms wide, reach to the fingers and breathe in. And again, smoothly fold forward and exhale, hands to shins or mat. Lift the collarbones, breathe in. And step your left foot back into a long lunge. Bring your body up in the lunge, lengthen to the fingers and inhale. And sink into the hips and gently breathe out. With the back leg strong, reach a little higher, pull the elbows gently back. Then bring the hands to the mat and step back into downward facing dog.
Stay there or rest in child's pose or move forward to plank. From there, lower smoothly to the knees and take a cat stretch or lower to the stomach. Lift the chest and hands or take half cobra, breathing in. And hold there and breathe out. You can lift to up dog if you'd like, or just stay in the cobra. Listen to your body. And from wherever you are, press back into down dog and calmly exhale. Take a breath in, down dog. And again, just let the head drop through the elbows, soften the back of the neck. Then raise the heels, look forwards and breathe in. And bring the feet lightly to the hands and breathe out. Press your hips forward. Take the arms wide, reach to the fingers and breathe in. And folding forward, second side, gently breathe out. Lift the collarbones, lengthen the front of the body as you breathe in. And step the right foot back lightly into the lunge and breathe out. Take the arms high, gently breathe in. Sink into the hips and breathe out. Pull the elbows back, lengthen to the fingers, maybe look up. And take the hands to the mat and step back into downward facing dog. Stay and rest or move forward into plank. With control, lower down. Remember, you can use the knees if necessary. Lift the chest and hands or take half cobra, breathing in. Hold there and pull the shoulders back as you exhale. Take another smooth breath, maybe lifting to up dog or full cobra if you'd like. And then press back into down dog and calmly breathe out. And again, take a breath in, down dog. Lift up through the hips, but press down through hands and heels. Then raise the heels, look forwards and breathe in. And bring the feet lightly to the hands. Stand all the way up. Sweep the arms wide and inhale. And with the arms raised, sink into the hips and breathe out. Pull your elbows back. Take another calm breath in. Reach through to the fingers. And then fold the body forward, hands to shins or mat, and breathe out. Lift your collarbones forwards and inhale. Take the hands to the mat and make your way lightly back to down dog, remembering to pay attention to how you move between postures. Now reach the right leg up and back, stretch out through the toes as you breathe in. Then bend your right knee and open to the right side as you breathe out. Level the hips, reach out to the right toes once more. Try to keep the knees strong and straight. And then step the right foot lightly forward into a lunge and exhale there. Stand up in your lunge. Reach to the fingertips and inhale. Then pull the elbows wide and make cactus arms, stretching across the front of the chest. Again, reach the arms up, maybe up and back, and take a breath in here. Now take your hands to the mat and gently fold over the right leg as you exhale. Take another breath in here. Move your collarbones forward. And as you breathe out, let the body soften further. Then bend the right knee, calmly breathe in. And pick up your foot without scraping the mat, ideally. Step back to down face dog. Stay and rest or move forward into plank and inhale. From there, smoothly lower down and breathe out. Lift chest and hands or half cobra or up dog. Stay there or go a little deeper as you breathe out. Take one more breath in, pull the shoulders back, the sternum forward. And from there, press back into downward facing dog and exhale. And take a steady breath in your down dog. Roll the shoulders wide as you breathe out. Now, second side, reach the left leg up and back. Make a straight line from hands to toes. Then bend your left knee and open out to the left side, looking under the arm. Then level the hips once more. Reach out through the left toes. And place the left foot silently between the hands and breathe out. Bring your body up. Lengthen to the fingertips and inhale. Then pull the elbows wide and lengthen across the collarbones as you breathe out. Reach the arms up. Stretch to the fingers. Press out through the back foot. And then hands to the mat and fold over the left leg and breathe out. Take another breath in here. Lift the collarbones forward. And then let the back of the left leg soften as you exhale. Bend the left knee. Take a breath in. And without scraping the mat, pick up the left foot and step it to downward facing dog. Again, stay and rest or move forward to plank as you breathe in. And with control, lower down, using the knees if you prefer. Take your version of up dog and gently breathe in. And stay there or go deeper as you breathe out. Take another breath into the chest, pull the shoulders back. And then make your way back into down dog and exhale. Take a breath in down dog. And try to press your armpits towards the feet. Then raise the heels, look forwards and breathe in. And walk, step or float, feet to hands and exhale. From the low position, come into Utkatasana, reach up to the fingers and breathe in. And sink into the hips as you breathe out. Pull the elbows back, press the knees forward as you breathe in. And then straighten the legs, lower the hands, calmly exhale. And step your left foot silently back into Trikonasana. Bring the right hand down to the calf or the shin, maybe the knee is enough. And reach up to the left hand as much as you reach down to the right. Keep the body in line with the feet, the breath steady through the nose. And either choose to stay here or bring the left arm around behind you and bind the hands. Maybe just holding some clothing, ideally right thigh. Keep the right knee strong. Pull the front ribs in. And take one more calm breath here. From there, bend the right knee and make your way into Ardha Chandrasana. So ideally a light transition onto just 2 or 3 fingertips. Reach out through the left toes. You can rest lightly on the back toe tip if you need. But try to keep the back knee strong and straight wherever you are. Stay light on the right hand. Breathe out one more time here. Now release your left arm high. Stretch up through the fingers as you breathe in. And then step your left foot back into a long lunge and make your way into Pajvakonasana. So you might take full variation with the fingers to the floor, but elbow to the knee is plenty. Remember here we're trying to lengthen the left side body still. So reach out through the left fingers and press into the left heel. Those who would like, move now into the bind, bringing your right shoulder to the inner knee and left arm down behind the back. Ideally hold left wrist with right hand. Keep the face relaxed wherever you are. Just take one more breath. And after breathing out, take your fingers to the floor, spin the back foot to face forward, and gently straighten over the right leg, a little hamstring stretch. Now bend the right knee, look forwards and inhale, and step the left foot silently to meet the right. And note the two sides feel a bit different. Stand all the way up. Stretch the backs of the wrists this time. Lengthen into the fingers as you breathe in. Then lower the hands and exhale.
And taking the second side, step your right foot silently back about a leg distance into Trikonasana, triangle posture. Keep the hands in line with the shoulders. Of course, if necessary, you can have right hand to the hip, but ideally extend into both arms equally. Again, keep the body in line with the feet. You can look up if it feels okay for the neck, but otherwise look down or to the side. Either choose to stay there or now bring the right hand around and bind onto the left thigh. Keep pressing your hips forward and pull the front ribs back. Last breath here. And after you exhale, bend the left knee. Take the left fingers lightly forward and gracefully make your way into Ardha Chandrasana. So we're working to maintain our sense of balance. Stay light on the left hand. 2 or 3 fingers is ample. Reach out through the back toes. Turn the body a little to the side. One more breath. Lengthen through to the back foot. Then those in the bind, release the right arm high. Take a breath in. And then placing the right foot lightly back into a lunge, make your way into Parsvakonasana, either on the fingers or the elbow. Try to keep your left knee directly over the heel. And make sure you're not shrugging, particularly the left shoulder. Either choose to stay here, just reaching out through the right fingers, or if you did first side, now make your way into the bind. Press the hips forward, pull the shoulders back. Try to keep the body in line with the feet, particularly if you've moved into the bind. Take one more breath here. And after you calmly breathe out, release the hands, spin the back foot to face forwards, and then gently fold over the left leg. Now bend the left knee, look forwards and breathe in, and step the right foot silently to meet the left. Lift your collarbones, arch the spine and breathe in. And take your hands to the mat and make your way back into downward facing dog. Stay there or move forward into plank, taking a vinyasa. Then smoothly lower down to the stomach and exhale. Lift the chest and hands or take your up dog, whatever that may be. And then press back and breathe out in downward facing dog. So everyone just taking a breath here. Again, relax the shoulders and face. Then reach the right leg up and back, take a breath in. Step the right foot lightly forward into a lunge. Lower the back knee down, bring the body upright, take a breath in. And now either bring hands onto right knee or left foot to buttock. Wherever you are, try to find some length in the front of the left thigh and hip. And rather than leaning forward, try to lean back away from the right leg. Just makes it a bit more fun. Just one more steady breath here. Try to pull the shoulders back if you're holding the foot. Now release your foot. Reach the arms up high. And turn your upper body to the right. So you might like to just stay in this simple twist, but if you're comfortable, raise the left knee and move into Parivrita Parsvakonasana. Keep turning the shoulders. And just take one more breath here. And
after you exhale, bring the hands down, then walk around to the left, spin the right foot and bring your feet parallel. Lift the collarbones, arch the spine as you breathe in. And either stay there, making sure the legs are strong and steady, or if you want to go further, start to walk the hands a little forward. Keep the kneecaps gently pulled up, the knees unlocked, and make sure the weight is even on your feet, so the toes and heels, inner and outer feet, all evenly weighted. Try to make this feel like a wide-footed down dog. So the hips are lifting up, but the hands and heels anchor the body down. Take a last breath here. And wherever you are, just see if you can soften somewhere in the body. Then walk the hands back in, looking forwards, arch the spine. And then turn your body back into the lunge. Bring your left hand down, turn your right foot out to the side and roll to the outer edge of your left foot. Try to sink the hips down a little bit and either rest right hand on right knee or reach the arm back. Take one more breath here. And after you exhale, bring the right hand down and pick up the big toe. Make your way into Vashisthasana if it's comfy. It might be a little early in the day for you, that's fine. Simple option, just place right foot on left. Take one more breath here. And then make your way lightly back to downward facing dog. Take a breath in, down dog. Try to reconnect with your breathing. Slow the out breath. Now reach your left leg high. Lengthen up through the toes as you breathe in. And bring the left foot silently forward into a lunge. Bring the back knee down, reach the arms up high and inhale there. Then simple option, hands onto the knee. Those who can, right heel to buttock. Note the two sides probably don't feel the same. So do the best you can on both sides, but without forcing the body beyond where you're comfortable-ish. Remember, your breath is the best gauge. If you can't breathe smoothly through the nose, you're doing too much. At the same time, if your mind is wandering, you're probably not doing enough. Exhale one more time here. Then gently release the foot. Reach your arms high and inhale. And now turn your upper body to the left. So right hand outside left knee, left hand to the back of the hip, and that's plenty. But if you did first side, raise the back knee and bring your right elbow or shoulder outside the left knee and take Parivrita Pajvakonasana. We're just staying with the simple variation today. Just one more breath in here. Try to press out through the back knee or foot and turn the shoulders more as you breathe out. Then gently take the hands to the mat as you breathe in, and turning the body to the right, bring the feet flat. Look forwards for a moment, arching the spine, and then fold your body all the way forward, those who can. So now we're taking the hands more in line with the feet. Try to let the head gently traction the neck and the upper back. And if your knees are bent, lift the body up higher. So only going further forward if you can keep the legs straight, but of course not quite locked out here. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Just a last breath or two. So now we're just trying to soften into the posture, using no more effort and letting go of tension. After breathing out one more time, Look forwards and take a breath in. Then turn your body back to the left. Place the right hand down. Then turn both feet to point to your left and see if you can bring the right hip down in line with the right hand. Again, you can have left hand resting on the knee, or you can open the left arm back. Keep the shoulders soft. Remember to smile. Last breath here. And now making our way into Vashisthasana. Those who can comfortably do so, take hold of the big toe. And as the right foot comes flat, left leg goes high. If that's not happening, maybe just place left foot on the right and reach up through the left fingers. Wherever you are, take one more breath. Remember, you can look up if you're feeling balanced. And then lightly make your way back into downward facing dog. Stay there and rest, or rest in child's pose, or move forward to plank. Smoothly lower down and breathe out. Take your up dog, whatever that may be. And then gently make your way back into down dog and exhale. Then lower onto the elbows simultaneously. Lower the knees if you need. Either stay there or walk the feet in closer. And maybe raise one leg or both if you're comfy. If you're raising one leg, swap over to the other side. Keep the breath calm. Exhale one more time here. And wherever you are, lower down, straighten the arms. Simultaneously, of course. Then raising the heels, look forwards. And step to the front of your mat. Let the body hang forward for a couple of breaths. Sway a little side to side if you'd like. And from there, stand all the way up. Reach through to the fingers, lift the collarbones. And lower the hands gently down. And come to standing on your right foot. So standing on the right foot, bring your left knee up towards the chest. Hold it there for a breath or two. And then release your left leg, but without touching the floor. See if you can bring the heel towards the buttock and the hands onto the left ankle. Take another breath in here. And either stay where you are or start to fold forward if that feels okay for you. Try to bring the body roughly parallel to the mat. Last breath here, wherever you are. And after exhaling, stand up. And now bring your left foot to the inner right calf or thigh and make your way into Vriksasana, tree posture. Press the foot into the leg into the foot. Reach the arms up high as you breathe in. And holding there, gently pull the left knee a little further back. Lift your collarbones, lengthen to the fingers and inhale. And then lower the hands to the heart. Last breath here. After you breathe out, release the foot, and we'll finish standing with the same on the second side. So grip your left toes down, pick up the right knee towards the chest, and rather than letting the leg hang forward, try to pull it in towards the ribs as much as you can. At the same time, keep your shoulders down.
Take one more steady breath here. And then maintaining your balance, take the leg back and see if you can bring right heel to the buttock, ideally holding with both hands, just right hand if necessary. Find a stretch in the right thigh. Try to keep the knees squeezing towards each other so we're not splaying out to the side. And then either stay there, or if you did first side, start to gently bring the body forward, which actually works the outer left hip a lot more. Some of you might have realised that. Take another breath here. Wherever you may be, pull the right knee a little further back. And then gently stand. And releasing the foot, move into asana, either right foot to left calf, or if you can do so to the inner thigh, but just not against the knee. Once you have the legs in position, reach the arms up high. And as you exhale, pull the right knee a little further back. Take another breath in, make yourself a bit taller, lengthen into the fingertips. And then hands to the heart and breathe out. Last breath here. Gently pull the shoulders down. Release the hands. Release the right foot. And then just sink down onto your knees. I'm going to take a little wide-kneed child's pose just for a few breaths. So take the knees as wide as you comfortably can. Untuck your toes so that we're sitting ideally with big toes together and buttocks on the heels. Now, how wide you can take the knees is a personal choice, but we are trying to go to our, let's say, comfortable maximum. Maybe sit the body upright for a breath or two. But then when you feel ready, start to walk the hands forwards. And we want to try and maintain that connection between buttocks and heels. Maybe from there just the hands reach the mat, but maybe you can bring the head down. Once the forehead reaches the mat, we're working to bring the chest down. And once we can bring the chest down, we're working to bring the upper stomach down. It might feel more comfortable just to have the chin resting on the floor, or you might prefer to turn the head to one side. Consciously slow your breath down. We're no longer working with the need for balance. So whenever possible, close the eyes and internalize your focus. Keep the shoulders and the breath relaxed. Try to keep a sense of the sit bones moving back and the head and hands moving forward. Take one more breath here. And after you exhale, walk your hands back in. Once you have the body upright, just bring your knees together. Sit on the feet for a moment. And then gently tuck the toes, sit on the heels for a couple of breaths. We're not going to stay here for long. I know some of you will be very relieved. Just take one more breath. And after breathing out here, again, take the hands down. See if you can roll over your feet and move into malasana, the squat position. So ideally your feet are together. But of course you can separate them a little if you find that's necessary. And I just want you to walk forward through the head and the hands.
Take one more breath here. And after breathing out, just gently sit back, hopefully it's not too far, and stretch your legs out in front. And with the legs stretched out in front, just pause for a couple of breaths with the hands pressing gently down in Dandasana. So we're not trying to lift up, but just make the hips feel a little bit light. After you breathe out one more time, release the pressure from the hands, keeping your left leg stretched out, bend the right leg out to the side. So remember, if your knees are really strong, you can have the heel to the groin, but if you're unsure, just place your right foot around the left knee. Then reach up to the fingertips, take a breath in. And as you breathe out, just bring your body halfway forward, half of your forward bend. Take a breath or two there and just see if you can rock the hips side to side, free up the glutes a little bit and point the sit bones back. And once you've done that, start to let the body soften over the left leg. Remember, as with all forward bends, it should feel like your head and collarbones are moving forward, not just down. Try to increase the distance between the collarbones and the navel. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Resist the temptation to shrug and try not to overwork the arms. You should be able to release the hands and maintain the same posture. Try to keep your shoulders more or less parallel with the mat. And just for fun, if you're completely flat over the leg, keep your right hand on your heel, but bring your left thumb between the big and second toe and gently pull the left toes back. Maybe the left elbow can reach the floor. Just a last breath or two here. This last variation only for those completely flat. And then sit back up. Reach up to the fingertips and smoothly breathe in. And then lowering your hands down, just take a simple twist to the left for a couple of breaths, a little counter posture. And after breathing out one more time, unravel. Stretch the right leg out. Once more, come back to simple Dandasana. Just gently press into the hands. If you're feeling a bit more enthusiastic now, using palms or fists, lift the hips up but keep the feet down. And if you're comfortable, slide the feet in and back a little bit. That's a bit stronger on the stomach muscles. Take another breath here. And wherever you are, lower the hips back down and repeat on the second side. So right leg out in front, left leg out to the side. Again, your variation with the left leg, but make sure you do the same both sides. Then reach the arms up high, take a breath in. And bring your body half of the way forward, half of your forward bend. Take a breath or two there, and again, just give the hips a little rock side to side. Try to point the sit bones back. And once you feel comfortable, start to let the body soften over the right leg. So again, it should feel like we're taking the crown of the head and the collarbones towards the right big toe. Without judgment, be aware of the difference between the two sides. Let the body fold a little further with each out breath. So we're moving with a sense of softness. Again, keep the shoulders relaxed, the breath calm and steady, eyes closed if you can. Of course you can, it's a choice. And those who did first side, left hand holds the heel, right thumb between right big and second toe, and maybe right elbow to the floor. Just a last breath or two here. Allow the body to soften. And after your next calm out breath, gently sit back up. Reach the arms high as you breathe in. Then bring the hands down, turn your upper body to the right. Just a couple of breaths in Ardha Matsyendrasana 2. Last breath here. And after breathing out, unravel from your twist. Stretch out the left leg. And once more, take the hands next to the hips. Simplest option, again, just repeat Dandasana. Press into the hands just enough to make the hips feel light. Those more enthusiastic, on the palms or the fists. Fists is easier in some ways and harder in others. Press down and lift the hips up. If you're comfortable, slide the feet in. And if you want to, pick up the feet. And just take one more breath there. And gently lower down. Now bring the right leg out to the side in a kneeling position. And keep the left leg stretched out. If your knees don't like this position, you can have the right leg stretched straight out, but about 90 degrees between the thighs, whichever option you choose. Once you're there, take your left hand onto right knee or right thigh. Thigh is a bit easier, knee is a little bit stronger. And then reach your right arm over your head and move into Parigasana, the gate posture. Try to keep the shoulders stacked one over the other. And focus on the right side stretch. It's not meant to be a hamstring stretch here, or at least that's not our main focus. Try instead to focus on lengthening the right side body. Maybe your body's feeling a little bit stiff today and you can't go very far, and that's absolutely fine. Remember, we need to be attentive to the needs of the body right now. If you know the full variation and it feels accessible today, you can move into it. Otherwise, just stay where you are. Last breath or two. Now gently release. Sit back up. Reach the arms high and breathe in. And then gently lower your arms down. Bring the right foot now to the outer left knee. And either stay with the left leg stretched out if you're tight in the hips. Otherwise, now bring the left leg into a cross-legged position. So we're moving into Ardha Matsyendrasana 1. To begin with, wrap your right arm around the front of the knee and turn to the right. And just make sure both sit bones are evenly weighted. Either stay there or now take your armpit over the knee. And lock yourself into a deeper twist. If it's comfortable, you can bring left hand to left foot, or to left knee, or to inner right foot. Keep gently turning the body. Try to slow your breath down. Exhale one more time here. And after you breathe out, unwrap. And then gently take hold of the right foot and just bring the foot up towards the chest. Either stay holding the foot, or if you're comfortable to do so, just cradle the leg to the ribs. Keep lifting up out of the lower back. Try to keep your foot as high as the knee.
Last breath here. And after you exhale, take hold of the right foot once more and see if you can straighten it, keeping the ribs and thigh together. Keep the shoulders down. Little modified crown chasana. Exhale one more time. And now lower the right leg down. Take the left leg out in front for a moment. And then repeat the second side. So left leg goes out to the side. Remember, simple option. Both legs straight, 90 degrees between the thighs. If you can, left leg comes into kneeling, making sure that you're on the top of the left foot, not the side. Once you're there, take the right hand either to left knee or left hip, remembering once again that the hip is a little bit easier, the knee is a bit stronger. Reach the left arm high. Turn the body just a little to the left and then start to bring the right shoulder down and the left hand towards the right foot. And try to bring the body into the same plane as the leg. Again, without judgment, note the two sides are probably a little different. We should be getting to know our body a little bit more intimately through our practice. All its little strengths and weaknesses, all its little restrictions. Over the years, the body coming back a little more into balance. But we're not in any hurry. If you took a stronger variation first side, do so again now. But remember, our focus is the left side body. Just take a last 1 or 2 breaths here. Try to gently pull the left elbow back a little further. And then release. Sit back up, reach high to the hands as you breathe in. And then lowering your hands down, pick up your left foot and take it to the outer right knee. With left foot to outer right knee, either keep the right leg stretched out or ideally, now bring your right leg into a cross-legged position. From there, twisting to the left, wrap your right arm around the left leg and start to turn your upper body. Make sure your left sit bone is still connected to the mat. And either stay there or maybe if it's comfortable for you, take your right arm over the left knee. Take the right hand maybe to the right ankle, to the right knee, or to the inner left foot. Try to lift through the crown of the head as you turn the spine. Remember that each calm out breath is an opportunity to soften and gently deepen your twist. Last breath here. Now turn your head to the right. Unravel the body. Take hold of your left foot. Pick it up and then bring your foot towards your right shoulder. It's fine just to hold the foot and bring it in towards the body, but those who did first side, bring your left foot to the inner right elbow and see if you can cradle a leg towards the chest. Remember to lift up out of your lower back and keep the foot up as high as the knee. Of course, these postures are all leading towards legs behind the head, but I don't think we need to do that on a Sunday. Maybe you're not watching this on a Sunday. You don't need to do it any day. It won't make you a better person. When you're ready, exhale one more time. And then straighten your left leg. Keep the shoulders down, lift up through the collarbones, and press out along the back of the left leg. Last calm breath here. Remember, you should be able to smile. and then gently release the leg down. Stretch the right leg out. And from there, just come to lying down on your stomach. So take a couple of breaths just with the feet comfortably wide. Take some deep abdominal breaths. And try to relax into the lower belly and the lower back. Just exhale one more time here. And then bring your feet hip width apart and lift up onto your elbows in half cobra. Pull your shoulders back, reach to the toes. And try to bring the chest forward between the upper arms. Give the hips perhaps a little rock side to side. One more breath here. And then gently lower the body down. Rest for a couple of breaths, maybe the head turned to one side or forehead to the mat or hands. After your next out breath, keep reaching out to the feet, lift the chest and hands. And after your next calm out breath, either come back to half cobra, or if you'd like, place the hands next to the shoulders. Rest down for a moment. And then lift up into full bhujangasana. Pull the ribs forward, the shoulders down and back. Just one more breath here. And then gently roll the spine down. Have a little rest. Turn the head whichever way feels least comfortable. And then come back to the center, lift the chest and hands, and either repeat half or full cobra, or those who would like, reach back and hold outer ankles for a simpler option, or rolling the shoulders out, hold inner ankles. We'll make our way into Dhanurasana, the bow posture. So starting with the thighs down, press the feet back, or just coming into your cobra variation. I find it's nicer to let the head just hang down and forward. There's a nice little neck stretch there. Now if you're comfortable, raise the knees and see if you can lift the body a little higher. Try not to splay the knees out wide. Just one more breath. And wherever you are, lower the body down. Rest on the mat. A couple of deep abdominal breaths. And from there, gently roll over onto your back. Bring your feet flat to the floor. And take your arms out at shoulder height, making cactus arms. I'm just going to take a couple of crocodile twists, starting nice and simply. Take a smooth breath in. Keep the feet where they are. Hold the breath. Look left, knees right. Look right, knees left. Look left, knees right. Look right, knees left. Look left, knees right. Look right, knees left. Knees up and breathe out. Now either repeat that variation with the feet on the mat, or if you want to go further, bring the knees up towards the chest. If you're taking this variation, we're trying to keep the knees more or less together, ideally together. So from wherever you are, take a breath in, and holding the breath, look left, knees right.
Look right, knees left. Look left, knees right. Look right, knees left. Look left, knees right. Look right, knees left. Knees up and breathe out. And just hug the knees into the body. And from there, either just rock side to side or start to circle or pedal the knees, whatever feels good for you. You can, of course, take Ananda Balasana, happy baby posture if you'd like. But just take a last breath or two here. And from there, roll to your right side. Sit up. And prepare yourself for pranayama. So taking a comfortable seat. So if you need to sit on a blanket or a bolster or some cushions, if you need to sit in a chair, it really doesn't matter. Remember, it does take time for the back to become strong enough to sit comfortably, for the hips to be open enough to sit comfortably. So in the meantime, we don't want to torture the body. We need to make some effort to sit with the back straight and ideally unsupported. But if all you're going to feel is discomfort in the body, then just take a simpler option, take a support and be patient with the body. So we've been working with moving the body, our moving meditation. Now we're going to be moving the breath. So the body ideally remains quite still. We're starting our pranayama practice with Agnisari, rhythmic abdominal exhalations. If there's any reason you're not doing stomach work today, so maybe you've got a headache, maybe you're in the first few days of your cycle, maybe you've got an upset stomach, or if there's any other reason, don't do the rhythmic breathing, just do slow breaths instead. Otherwise, we're going to take cycles of 15 breaths through left nostril, right nostril, and then both nostrils. So the left hand stays on the knee in Yan Mudra with thumb and first finger touching, and the right hand comes into Vishnu Mudra. So the first two fingers are curled in, and thumb and last two fingers are extended. And we use the thumb to plug the right nostril, ideally from underneath, and the ring finger to plug the left nostril, ideally from underneath. So, make your body comfortable. Close your eyes. Gently press the tongue to the roof of the mouth, maybe just behind the teeth, or rolling the tongue a little further back if that feels really comfortable. Bring the chin gently down in Jalandhara Bandha, but lift the collarbones to meet the chin. Take your inner focus into the abdominal center, Manipura chakra. In preparation, take a smooth, deep breath in and see if you can make the spine a little bit longer, lifting up through the crown of the head. Then keep that length, keep the chin down and the tongue reversed, and as you exhale all the way, soften the face, the jaw and the shoulders. Now breathe into the belly, keeping the chest still. Bring the right hand up towards the face. And plugging the right nostril with the thumb, as appropriate, 15 out left. Release your thumb and gently breathe in. And now plugging the left nostril, as appropriate, 15 out right. Release the right hand back to the knee, gently breathe in. And again, as appropriate, 15 out both.
Come back to relaxed abdominal breathing. So let the breath find its own rhythm. Letting go of any sense of control, see if you can just follow the breath. With each in-breath, lift up through the spine. With each out-breath, soften and relax, especially around the face, the shoulders and the hips. Feel the abdominal organs energized by the rhythmic breathing, stimulating the digestive system on a subtle level, focusing prana, vital energy, at the abdominal center. Perhaps as you exhale, a sense of radiating that prana out from the solar center to energize the whole body. Whenever you notice the mind drifting off, just bring it back to your breath, without judgment, without frustration. We're going to take now one cycle of Maha Bandha. So Maha, great, Bandha, lock. So it'll be 10 abdominal exhalations through both nostrils, as we did for Agnisari. Again, just slow breaths if you're not doing rhythmic breathing. Then we'll take a deep in-breath, a full out-breath. We'll exhale forward through the mouth with the tongue extended to exhale completely. And then with the breath held out, sitting up and taking the 3 locks. So Jalandhara Bandha, chin lock, Mula Bandha, the lifting up of the pelvic floor. And those who know it can take Uddiyana Bandha, the expansion of the ribs with a false inhalation. Again, if you're not doing strong stomach work, not doing the rhythmic breathing, not doing Uddiyana Bandha, but you can still hold the breath out and hold Jalandhara Bandha, chin lock and root lock, Mula Bandha. You might prefer palms down on the knees, but palms up is fine. Just settle the body. Keeping your inner focus in the abdominal center. Lift up through the spine as you inhale in preparation. And keeping that length, breathe out all the way. Soften the shoulders and the jaw. Keep the face relaxed. Then breathe into the belly, allowing the stomach to puff out. Keeping the chin locked the whole time. As appropriate, 10 breaths out both. Now smoothly breathe in, filling from the bottom corners of the lungs up through the side ribs. Fill and expand up to the collarbones. And then extending the tongue, exhale forward through the mouth. Empty completely. Then reverse the tongue, sit back up, and with the breath held out, take the 3 locks, creating the great lock. Keep the shoulders down, the face soft. Hold out as long as you feel comfortable. And when you feel ready, just release the locks and return to relaxed abdominal breathing. Notice the breath perhaps becoming softer. Notice perhaps the mind becoming quieter as it simply rides the rhythm of the breath. The inner chatter fading into the background, a little more space between thoughts. Always bringing the wandering mind back to the breath, to the gaps between breaths. And if you'd like to adjust your sitting position, maybe swapping the legs or changing from cross-legged to kneeling or vice versa, do so now. As we prepare for Bhastrika, our last fast rhythm. So palms down often feels more stable here, but palms up is still fine. But try to keep thumb and first finger touching in Yan Mudra. We're taking more or less the opposite of Agnisari here, so rhythmic inhalations to the chest, to the upper lungs, trying to keep the lower belly gently pulled back, a sense of Mula Bandha the whole time. And there's no abdominal restrictions here, but if you have high or low blood pressure, just be a little careful with it. And in any case, if you start to feel dizzy or faint or like you're getting a headache, just come back to relaxed breathing. We're going to take 3 cycles, the first one with no retention, cycles of 15 breaths, and then the second and third will add a little internal retention after the rhythmic breaths. So again, just settle the body, close your eyes, and move your focus now into Anahata Chakra, the heart space, the center of the chest. Take a breath in preparation, lifting up through the crown. As you exhale, keep the chin to throat, the tongue reversed, and soften the shoulders, jaw and hips. Exhale fully, holding the belly gently back, 15 to the chest. Breathe out all the way. And then come back to relaxed abdominal breathing. Once more, let the breath find its own rhythm at the abdominal center. But keep your inner focus, your dharana, in the heart space. As always, lift with each in-breath, soften with each out-breath. Have a sense of the lungs energized by the rhythmic breathing, stimulating the cardiovascular system. But on a subtle level, awakening Anahata Chakra, the seat of the self. Our fundamental nature of peace, of love, of the simple joy of being. And in a moment we'll take our second cycle, this time adding a short internal retention after the 15 breaths. So once more in preparation, breathe in, lift and lengthen through the spine. Keep that length, and as you exhale, soften, relax, let go of what you don't need. Keep the tongue reversed, chin to throat, belly gently back, and 15 breaths into the chest. Breathe out all the way. And now slowly breathe in, filling first down to the bottom corners of the lungs. And fill up and out into the side ribs. Breathe up through the center of the chest. And take the breath high up towards the collarbones. At the end of your in-breath, locking prana in the heart space, intensify the chin lock, Jalandhara Bandha, and the root lock, Mula Bandha. Soften the jaw and the shoulders, and have a sense of expanding outwards in all directions from the heart. Hold there just a few more moments if you're comfortable. And now gently empty the breath with a steady, calm exhalation. Squeeze all the breath from the lungs. And then come back to relaxed abdominal breathing once more. You might notice after a few cycles the breath becoming very, very quiet. Longer gaps between breaths. Keep your attention in the heart space. With each inhalation, focusing prana in the heart. With each out-breath, radiating the qualities out of the self out from Anahata Chakra. Love and peace and kindness and forgiveness and compassion. All these qualities, first and foremost expressed for our little self, and then for all living things. When the mind drifts off, just lovingly returning it to the breath. And we'll take one more cycle of Bhastrika to complete fast rhythms. Again, breathe in preparation. Lift and lengthen the spine. Soften and breathe out. Chin to throat, tongue reversed, shoulders and face soft. Squeeze the breath from the lungs. And with the belly back, 15 into the chest. Empty the breath completely. And then breathing in, fill down to the bottom corners of the lungs, lower belly and lower back. Breathe out and up into the side ribs. Fill up through the center of the chest into front and back ribs. Breathe up to the collarbones, to the top of the shoulder blades, and right up to the throat. And at the end of your inhalation, again, lock the breath in the heart space. Intensify chin lock, Jalandhara Bandha. Intensify root lock, Mula Bandha. Soften the face and the shoulders. Prana expanding out from the heart space to fill the body and beyond the body. Holding just a few more moments if you're comfortable. And now calmly and gently breathe out all the way. And return to relaxed breathing. Breath becoming very subtle, perhaps barely moving or pausing altogether. The mind very quiet and clear as it merges with the breath. moment we'll move to our slow rhythm for the practice. So if you'd like to adjust your sitting position, again, do so now. Taking today the analoma rhythm. Analoma means with the grain, basically. Technically it means with the hair, but it sort of means with the grain, or the easy way, or the natural way. So a relatively easy, slow rhythm to work with. I'll count the first couple of rounds with a 7-5-10 ratio. So it's in for 7, holding for 5, out for 10 through the left nostril, then in for 7, holding for 5, out for 10 through the right nostril. So the in-breath through both sides and the exhalation alternating sides. After those first couple of rounds, you can count to yourself and adjust the length of the rhythm as appropriate for you. So once more, left hand in Yan Mudra on the knee, right hand in Vishnu Mudra. Here the right hand rests on the knee between exhalations. Closing your eyes. Take your inner focus now into Ajna Chakra, the eyebrow center. Keep the tongue reversed, chin to throat. Take a breath in preparation. Lifting and lengthening, and then breathe out, soften, relax, let go. Hold only what you need. Empty completely. And then smoothly but deeply breathe in both. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hand up, out, left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hand down in both. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hand up, out, right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hand down. Second cycle in both. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hand up, out, left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hand down in both. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hand up, out, right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hand down. Third cycle in both. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hand up, out, left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In both. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hand up, out, right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hand down in both, and count to yourself now. Choose a rhythm that's appropriate for you. It should be a comfortable in-breath, a short retention, and a longer but still comfortable exhalation on alternating sides. Keep Jalandhara Bandha, the chin lock, the whole time. If you're comfortable to do so, you might like to add Mula Bandha, the root lock, on the retention, or the retention and out breath. Keep lifting the spine with each inhalation, softening, letting go of unnecessary effort with each exhalation. Maintain a smooth quality to the breath, so the inhalation and exhalation consistent and calm from beginning through the middle to the very end. If you'd like to, after the next out-breath, let the counting drop away and just sense the breath. Further refine its quality wherever you are. And again, whenever the mind drifts off, just acknowledge what it was that distracted you from your steady inner focus, and then just come back to it, to the rhythm and the sensations of breathing. And maintain that steady focus to the best of your ability for the last couple of minutes in Anuloma Pranayama. Without rushing, finish the cycle you're on, completing it with an exhalation through the right nostril. And once you've finished in your own time, just come back to relaxed abdominal breathing for a few cycles. And after a few breaths there, if you're comfortable and would like to remain sitting, by all means do so, but otherwise just quietly lie down on your back for a short shavasana. Try not to disturb the body any more than necessary. Take this opportunity to not have to do anything at all, to not have to engage with the body or the breath, to not even have to engage with the mind, with the movement of thought. Allow yourself to rest in the clear space of consciousness, aware but uninvolved, unaffected. Coming back to your true nature. Just start to deepen your breath once more. And then after a couple of deeper breaths, begin to slowly move your fingers and your toes. From there, reach your arms over your head, lengthening out through the whole body. And if you've remained seated, you might like to release the body forward. If you're lying down, just gently roll to your right side. Gently bring the body back up to a comfortable seat. Once you're upright, once more, close your eyes. Take note of how you are after the practice in body, mind, and heart. Remember, the practice hasn't given you anything you didn't already have. It simply helps to take away what you don't need. Gently bring your palms together in front of the heart. And we'll close our practice with the Devi Maha mantra and one Om. If you don't know the mantra, you can just listen. Gently breathing in together. Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvata Sharike Sharanye Triambake Gauri Narayani Namostute. Breathing in, reach your arms past your head, lengthen into the fingers. And as you breathe out, bring your hands to the crown, to the brow, to the throat, and to the heart. With awareness resting in the heart space, gently release the spine forward. And then sit back up. Namaste. Thank you very much for joining me for the practice, folks, for sharing it with me. As I said, please, any questions or comments, just pop them down below and I'll get back to you. And I will see you again very soon when next we meet for a little roll around on the mat. Thanks very much, folks. See you next time.